actually I was wrong. They were pinpointing, because mera mind had basically said कि अब हम बैठेंगे तो they will find some nooks or something. And I feel that, I'm much more in harmony with myself, and I'm become more accepting. So thank you.
So what you're saying is that because they were acting out the intimidator and the interrogator, you used to move into a aloof and a poor me and
Yeah.
reject whatever they were saying.
Yeah.
Okay, now what you're starting to do is you're not going into playing the drama, but you're
Yeah.
actually observing whether they are saying the right thing or not, and then taking
Exactly.
care of it. So you have
Yeah.
transcended and you've not played
Yeah.
into the drama. Beautiful,
Yeah.
very nice. So are you all getting this now? The point here is that if we play into the drama, it creates a problem. But if we call out the drama and don't play the drama, then we transcend the drama. So I'm sure you're feeling much more powerful now.
Yeah. Yeah. Much, much more
And I think
powerful.
they are
Much.
also feeling much better now.
Yeah, I guess so. You can call up Rajiv and ask him.
ये देखिए ऐसे ही I'm a bad boy, I'll become a worse one.
No, no, you're a
चलिए
bad boy because you steal me away from him. That's the only thing.
चलिए मौज करिए तो इसीलिए तो बोल रहा है बैड बॉय. Okay, who else wants to go now? Yeah, Renu ji.
Bhaiya, what I felt is that when it comes to my children, I become an interrogator because they will tell me they're doing something and I will invariably want to go into details as to how they're doing it, what they're doing it. And invariably it would make them, it would intimidate them kind of thing. They would get more irritated that, we've told you what we are doing, but we don't have to tell you exactly what the thing is. And I feel I used to be an interrogator, which I have realized. And the way I've handled it is I've realized, my God, they've become old enough. They're not teenagers or something that I have to go into details. They can handle it. So it just takes me a little while to keep my mouth
That
shut.
is all right, but then how, by understanding that you have been acting out the interrogator,
Uh,
now if you are not acting out the interrogator, how has it changed your relationship?
no, because then I never go into the discussion of it. I accept what they're doing
Hmm.
and I find it's perfectly okay because I don't irritate them about something which
So are
they are
you
old
are you
enough to
seeing
take
that
an
your
action.
relationship has become better?
No, my relationship was always good. It wasn't that, but any issue would become a big issue. But
Yeah.
without there being any, not that there was any problem in the relationship, but if we sat down to discuss, because I used to go into such wanting to know such details, किससे बात करेंगे, क्या करेंगे, क्यों, you know what I mean? Trying to find out all the details, whether the driver's been organized, whether this, going into so much that it would irritate them. But
So
now
so what was happening? Let's call out what was happening. Okay. So when you started talking to them like that as an interrogator, they first may have got aloof and then they became the intimidator. So they started shouting at you. The words you said was it became a big thing.
it became a big thing because by the end of it, it would become unpleasant.
Exactly.
Just let us do it. And as the elder one, as the mother, I would say, my God, but why can't you share it? But the thing is, I realized that they were not at fault. I was the one at fault because they're too old enough to
That
take
is
that
all
space.
right. But again, let's not get into the story so much. Let's stick to what the drama was. So
Hmm.
when they started intimidating you, did
They would
you
become
start
aloof.
playing the play poor me?
Not poor me. I not that. It would just go into argument. And I'd say,
Just into
okay,
argument.
I'd
Okay.
also get upset
So
from
has
them.
the argument stopped now since you've stopped being the
Yeah,
interrogator?
yeah.
So
Yeah,
then life has improved, right? So that's what I was asking. Has life
okay.
improved?
Okay,
So
right.
I mean, come on, label it now.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So life has
Right. You
improved.
can say that.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Yes, Amita Bhavi.
Hi, everyone. Niket, with me, it is that I feel there's a big change in the sense that's again very personal. Like when anyone gets angry, maybe my sisters or someone, if they tell me something, nowadays I've seen that, I don't take the anger in an anger form. I try to just overlook it or just don't, it doesn't make a lot of difference to me.
No,
Like
no.
my
So
younger
let's
sister.
let's let's again look back. Okay,
Yeah,
again, I'm
okay.
repeating
Okay.
myself.
Okay.
What was the incident? What was the drama being played out?
Okay.
And now what is how you have transcended the drama? Okay. So when you said when your sisters used to get annoyed with you, so were they
Yeah.
acting out as an intimidator or were they acting
Interrogator.
out as an interrogator?
Interrogator.
Now, what was your drama you played when they were acting as the interrogator?
Means I just heard them out
Hmm.
and I never told them anything. And
So
if
you
ye
took an
cheez ye
aloof
abhi,
attitude.
yeah, aloof attitude. And if this would have happened before,
Yeah.
then I would react. Like I
Hmm.
would think, poor me, and why they're telling me, and things like that used to happen to me.
Hmm.
And I can switch off very fast now. If there's even something happening,
Hmm.
that day it happened, it was 15 minutes, there was meditation happening. I just switched off and got into my meditation. But
Hmm.
before I couldn't do these things.
Okay.
Before that thing used to work in my mind for a very long time.
Yeah.
And it really used to affect me. So
Okay.
that's what my younger sister told me ki I can't switch off. Or I said, Debu, I've done this for so many days in with my meditation and all. Now so I can switch off. And I don't think about it.
So
So
you
what
are
you call this?
you
Like,
are not engaging the control drama anymore.
yeah, no,
That's the
not at all.
basic idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Right. Who else?
Okay. Thanks.
Who else? Come on, you all have to share, okay? Otherwise, it's not going to work.
Niket.
Yes, auntie.
Okay, I mean, see, I come from a family which was, say, where the wives always listen to their husbands, okay?
Yeah.
And we were, as children, very happy.
Yeah.
We,
Just
I,
one second, auntie. This guy has come. Sorry.
I was studying after first year of my, this thing, medical, I got married.
Yeah.
Whose fault, I don't know, but I got married.
Hmm.
And I thought the way to behave was to listen to whatever your husband is saying.
Yeah.
So uh, I think he took advantage of that and he became an intimidator. And
Okay.
as a, I almost became a poor me because I used to listen to whatever he said.
Yeah.
As like Kavita was saying,
Hmm.
this is not, the sabzi is not teak. Okay, then I would start trying. This is not right. That's not right. I was poor me.
Yeah.
Then I went back to my college
Hmm.
and I became a doctor.
Hmm.
And the whole thing changed. I became on equal terms. I mean, he was no more intimidator. He
Hmm.
took it, whatever. I mean, life was much better after that.
Okay.
And it has
So you
been.
empowered yourself and you stopped playing the drama.
Yeah.
That's the basic game. You
Yeah.
see, at the end of the day, what we need to look at is to stop playing the drama, stop playing or engaging the drama. That's
Yeah.
the basic thing. And then to empower yourself, which is in the eighth insight, right? To give love to the other person.
Yeah. That's
Great.
true.
Wonderful. Yes, Shobha Bhabi?
I have a question here, Niket. You just
Yeah.
use the word empower yourself. So I
Yeah.
have a question. So should I ask you right now or later?
Okay, ask us now.
So let's say if someone else is being a little poor me in front of me,
Hmm.
is it okay if I try and empower? Like I'll give you an example of Pooja because today she called up and she said, "Mommy, aisa ho sakta hai kya so and so's put nazar on this blah 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 blah."
Hmm.
So then I just said that if your energy is good enough,
Hmm.
then you don't have to worry about. So is it okay to empower
Yeah,
someone
yeah, you
else
can
also?
guide them to empower themselves. But what happens most of the time is that when someone is playing a poor me, you will be, if you get dragged into the control drama, you will become the intimidator.
So I was very careful. I did not
Yeah.
get dragged in. And since she has already done the excursion with you,
Hmm.
I just told her, I said, where are your files? Like, are they all stacked inside? And she said, yeah, yeah, mommy, F10, it's a bright light. I said, yeah, baby.
Hmm.
So so I was
Yeah.
just wanting to ask you that. Thank you.
Exactly. So that's the point, right? That's what they talk about in the seventh insight, that you connect to that expansiveness, you connect to beauty, you connect to a higher source of consciousness. Download that so that you can empower yourself. Basically, that's the game, no? To empower yourself,
Yeah.
not to
Thank
drag
you.
energy from the other person. or to allow yourself to get depleted by
Yeah,
getting
to get
engaged in
pulled
the
into
control
it.
drama.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Shobha Bhavi?
Yeah, I just wanted to share, like, it's similar to what Kavita was saying,
Hmm.
that whenever anybody was being the intimidator towards me, then
Hmm.
I would either have a poor me attitude or an aloof attitude.
Yeah,
So I was not receptive to what the person was saying.
correct.
But with awareness, then when I started listening, like you very much told me, you learn to listen.
Hmm.
So then I became aware of where I was not right, or where, where I needed to correct myself.
Yeah.
So, and with that awareness, then in many other areas, I realized
Hmm.
that, even if somebody is a little offensive
Yeah.
in their behavior,
Hmm.
I am being able to see their underlying emotion and not get involved and react in that
Yeah.
situation,
Hmm.
or judge or be critical. So
Wonderful.
that was, I think, a very, very liberating feeling and a very happy feeling.
Yeah.
So I
Great.
feel the awareness at all times of what is happening within and without,
Hmm.
that openness, and that really, I mean, it has really helped me stabilize and make me happier.
Correct.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So
Thank you.
wonderfully put. So she was engaging in a control drama, right? She, whenever anyone said anything to her, she constantly went into the poor me. So what we did, we worked. Actually, we've been doing biofield tuning also. Just, I hope you don't mind me sharing that, Bobby. But we've been doing biofield tuning sessions. She's been attending the book readings. Now, as you start becoming aware of it, you don't engage into the control drama, and then you can start listening to the other person. Because most of the time, now today in COVID times, who are you stuck with? Tell me, who are you guys stuck with? You're only stuck with people who are near and dear to you. You're not stuck with anyone else.
Fam-
Okay. Now, if a person who's near and dear to you is telling you something, that would be for your benefit only. At maybe from their perspective, that's a separate issue. But what's the underlying emotion? They are wanting to do good for you. They're not wanting to, put you down because they are stuck with you in the same house. So if you start listening rather than rejecting and playing into a control drama, it can actually start becoming an uplifting thing around you. But most of the time, what happens? We start playing into the control drama where the problem starts happening. Are you all getting what I'm saying? I,
Yes,
no one is
yes,
saying anything. Oh,
yes, yes, yes,
yeah.
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Niket, I want to share one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead, Bobby.
This is not about the control drama, but this was an experience. Like, I got my these glasses changed, got
Yeah,
new, and but then they didn't work out well,
yeah,
and we thought we got stuck with a bad deal or something.
yeah,
So we were going to sort it out, me and my husband. So
yeah,
you know what I did? I sent a reball,
yeah,
and we went there expecting a big fight or
yeah,
something like that, or resistance.
yeah.
But you know they just agreed to refund the money. I mean, it was so awesome.
That's the revolve for you.
Yeah, yeah. So
अभिषेक
I
का
said,
फोन आ
i
रहा है
didn't i didn't write to you about it,
अभिषेक
but
का
I
फोन
said
लो
today
ना
I'll share.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
Thank you, thank you.
great. So you didn't engage in the control drama. So what were you going to do when you were going to the shop? You would have become the intimidator.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now the reaction you would have got was poor me. हमारा तो चश्मा already ये हो गया. I can't do anything about it. But now
Right.
what did you do? You empowered yourself by
Yeah.
sending the reball. Because
Right.
see, whenever you send the reball, you empower yourself because you're going
Yeah.
into F10 and then sending the reball.
Hmm.
And you empowered the other person also unconditionally.
Yes.
And then when you went there, that person felt that empowerment from you. So there was
Hmm.
no conflict which was
Yes.
generated. Are you
Absolutely.
all getting this? This is a beautiful
Yeah.
example of sending energy to the other person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Kumit ji, you want to share?
Okay, I just want to say, okay, life has gone by, and the various dramas were played at the various time of life.
Hmm.
But I just want to make it a short this thing that after reading this book, at least I am understanding each drama. If somebody, or even if I am being interrogator,
Yeah.
immediately if I three question to my husband and he's getting irritated, I understand I'm
Yeah.
being interrogated. I
Yeah.
shouldn't be.
Beautiful.
Or yeah, or if he is asking, which is very rare, I'm that way blessed that in my family,
Hmm.
nobody is very interrogative. We
Hmm.
all give each other a lot of space, and like my husband has never told me that why are you doing this. If you want to do
Yeah.
this, do go ahead. It's
Yeah.
your journey. So
Okay.
I'm lucky. But
Yeah.
yes, if somebody is playing a poor me, I know the person is playing poor me, but basically everything, I think I understand the drama now, what is playing what. And yeah, and I sometimes laugh inside that, oh, okay, this drama is going on. And
Yeah.
if some people you cannot move out with, some
Yeah.
people, that friends you can always say you can change, ये नहीं अच्छी लग रही है, बहुत मेरे को नेगेटिविटी दे रही है, okay, I will not talk. But family, you cannot do that.
Correct.
So I know there are some people who are always playing for me, always playing for me. And I know that they are playing for me drama, but I don't try to make them understand or thing like that, because I feel if a person is not always ready to listen to what you are trying to say or this thing, so just ignore it.
Okay.
So
So
yeah,
then, now 1 second. When they are playing poor me, you are ignoring it,
yeah,
right? But
yeah.
what
So
else can you do?
yeah.
What
Hmm?
else can you do?
What else can I do?
Yes.
Uh, I don't want to be interrogated. I don't want to be intimidated.
One
So,
second. If
yeah,
you're going to be the intimidator and interrogator, then you're playing a control drama.
yes, right. So what can one do?
But
That's tell me.
so then what was there in the eighth and the ninth inside?
Hmm. Yeah,
You send them loving energy. You
yes.
send them energy to empower themselves willingly
Hmm.
rather than playing into their control drama. So what did Shobha Bhavi just say? That she sent a reball. Now you've naturally not done the excursion, but a reball is basically sending energy to the other person.
Hmm.
So when you send love energy to the other person, you raise the energy level of the other person, and the other person doesn't have to suck energy out of you or
Hmm.
out of someone else because they are already getting empowered by getting the energy freely. They don't have to
Hmm.
fight for the energy.
Hmm.
Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes. Another thing also I would like to say, Niket, I'm very new in your group.
Hmm.
So, yes, I have been following oneness for many years,
Hmm.
and I can feel the change. So
Hmm.
from wherever it comes, and yes, always think positive and always yes. Like instead of playing, say if my daughter is saying that she is up for a promotion,
Hmm.
Mama will it happen or not. So I'll just pray for her. I mean that's all. Whether like
Correct. So
and
that's
I told.
exactly what I'm telling you. That when you encounter a poor me person or a person who is playing any control drama, whether it be interrogator, intimidator, aloof, or poor me, your attitude from a higher state of consciousness should be to send them energy so that they
Yes,
become full of energy so they don't need to play the drama anymore. Are you getting what
yes.
I'm saying?
Yeah, of course, that's what I do.
Yeah.
And I think touch wood life has been beautiful, and I feel there's a lot of energy in the universe. So
Hmm.
it just comes that also you just sort of understand it. In lockdown, things have been happening to me,
Hmm.
which is I never thought that it will happen, and I feel God has been always there, giving me one after the other job to
Hmm.
take care of people He needs to take care of.
Yeah. Beautiful. Nice. Yes, Shagun. Shagun,
Hi.
go ahead.
Hi. So my fight is always with my sister, my elder sister.
Okay.
I think I'm someone who believes in like confidence comes out of inner strength and inner beauty, whereas my
Yeah.
sister is my like pole apart. She's like more of out of beauty. Like you should be having a good hair, good dresses, good jewelry.
Hmm.
And I don't know, I don't like fighting with her, but she fights a lot and she insults me publicly and all.
Hmm.
But and a lot of time my parents she favors like they favor my sister only. So this has led me, I don't know, I don't feel let down. I feel like I need to work more on myself. Initially, I used to feel very bad because you look up to your parents. They are like your God and they're always correct. But as I grew up and as I like attending more courses and seminars on like meditation awareness, I realized no, there's more to it. I need to expand myself more and I don't engage with my sister more in fights.
Yeah. Okay. So she's being the intimidator and you used to go into poor me.
Yeah, especially because my parents were involved.
Correct. So you used to go into poor me. You used to feel that why
Yeah,
aren't I
I
being
used to feel
supported?
very bad.
Right. So now you're not engaging the control drama. And what
Yeah,
you're doing is you're using the tools that you're learning in various processes to empower yourself and to
yes.
stand tall. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Great. Yes, Raju Mama.
Uh, Niketji, I'm
I
head
don't
of my
know.
family. Of course, you know. I'm head of my family.
Ah,
My younger brother, my two sons, and their wives, and three granddaughters.
hmm,
We all live together.
hmm,
Achha, being head of the family, I am intimidator also.
hmm,
I am interrogator also.
hmm.
But I am never poor me.
Okay.
Hmm. But
So
the
now see, you
role
brought
keeps
up a
on
very,
changing.
one second, you brought up a very, very important subject here. You are
Yeah,
saying that you are the head of the family, and because of that, you have to be the intimidator and the interrogator.
yeah.
But then the intimidator and interrogator is a control drama.
Yes,
So
I
you
have to
can
tell them
be,
this is what is required to be done.
but then
And
that
I
doesn't mean
question
that,
also.
but that doesn't mean that you're playing the control drama, right?
No, I don't do it intentionally, no.
Hmm.
But just as a well-wisher. See, I have practically retired from the business, active business. I
Hmm.
am not there into that. But technically, see, my two sons, they look after two different units.
Hmm.
We are into chemical manufacturing. And technically, they are dependent on me. So I ask them questions also. I tell them this is how.
Arey, one second. You are mistaking asking questions with being an interrogator. When you are playing a control drama of an intimidator and an interrogator, you are dabawing the other person to grab energy from the other person. You
No,
understand?
it is not intentional, Niketji.
But
It is not intentional.
you're not playing the intimidator here. I mean, today if you're giving them technical information, then it's not being intimidator or the
Okay.
interrogator. It is a necessary part of the day-to-day functioning. You're not attempting to grab energy from them.
Of course
It was
not.
like that scene which took place in the book where
Hmm.
the father and mother were shouting and screaming at that young girl, and she
Hmm.
started going into a poor me attitude, and
Hmm.
ultimately she rebelled and went into the intimidator attitude and shouted and screamed at them and walked off.
Hmm.
Are you getting it? So yes, while you are questioning your children, while you're talking to them, they may start playing the drama. But are you playing the drama? Are you wanting to suck energy out of them? That
No,
is
of
the
course
question
not.
that you need to look for.
I can't think of it. Think of it.
Exactly. So you're not doing that. So you're not playing the
Yeah.
drama.
Hmm.
They may be playing the drama. But
Hmm.
if someone in front of you is playing the drama and you engage the drama, that is where the problem lies. We need to transcend the drama.
Okay.
So you don't get involved in the drama. Otherwise,
Hmm.
you'll get sucked into the drama.
अच्छा बच्चों के साथ it is usually we have some drama, you know.
Yes.
When it comes to the grandchildren,
Hmm.
granddaughters, तीनों के अलग अलग स्वभाव है,
Hmm.
तीनों को अलग अलग ढंग से हैंडल करना पड़ता है. एंड द यंगेस्ट वन शी इज वेरी, जिसको बोले ना वेरी नॉटी काइंड ऑफ गर्ल, तो उसको उसके हिसाब से हैंडल करना पड़ता है. तो देयर आई हैव टू प्ले, नॉट ओनली मी, इवन अदर पीपल इन द फैमिली, they have to play some kind of control drama with
One
her.
second. Again, are you wanting to suck energy out of her?
No,
Only
no,
then
no.
it is a control drama.
अच्छा, otherwise
If
not.
you're not wanting to suck energy out of the other person, then it is not a control drama.
वो मतलब रोजमर्रा का व्यवहार हो गया.
But you're doing it from a higher state of consciousness, na? For the
Okay.
good of the person.
हम्म.
Okay. Yes,
अच्छा,
Neetu?
अभी
Niket
एक
here, if I
एक
can say, if
एग्जांपल.
the intent is good,
Yeah.
Here does the intention come in play, what we have read?
Actually,
Otherwise, it's
intention will come into play, that what is
yeah,
your intent of
exactly.
doing something and
Yeah.
whether you are able to hold your equanimity while doing it or not. If you lose your equilibrium, that means you're attempting to drag energy from the other
Yeah,
person.
you're getting sucked in,
Okay.
right?
You're getting sucked in. But if I maintain my equanimity, I maintain my peace internally, and then I'm guiding the person, then I'm not wanting to suck energy out of that person. So that we have to understand what is a control drama and what is not a control drama.
ओके, एक एग्जांपल और देना चाहूंगा
हाँ.
कि अभी मेरे जिया जी की तबीयत ठीक नहीं है, मतलब ही इज नॉट वेल फॉर लास्ट 1 मंथ. अभी ही वाज एडमिटेड इनटू द हॉस्पिटल और 29 को उनकी एनिवर्सरी थी. तो हम लोग की जो बड़ी जॉइंट फैमिली में है, तो सबसे बड़ी जो हेड ऑफ द फैमिली है, मेरी सबसे बड़ी भाभी, तो उनका मेरे पास फोन आया ऑन द 29 कि वो हॉस्पिटल में थे, आपने बतलाया ही नहीं. शी गॉट एंग्री. अब मेरे को कहने की तो इच्छा हुई कि भाई सभी लोग बात कर रहे थे बिकॉज ही इज नॉट वेल फॉर 1 मंथ, तो हाउ एम आई रिस्पॉन्सिबल? बट देन जस्ट आई केप्ट aloof and I was at peace.
Yeah, but you get kept aloof, right? You could
Yeah,
have
I
easily
didn't reply.
responded that next time I'll let you know.
Yes, that would have been a better thing.
Matter was over, na? I apologize, I accept it. Next time I'll let you know.
ठीक बात. पर वैसे बेसिकली मैं सोचूं तो मेरी जिम्मेदारी होती नहीं है ना, जब
अरे,
सभी लोग बात करते हैं,
अरे एक
वो भी
मिनट,
बात करते हैं.
तो अभी आप कौन सा ड्रामा में चले गए बताइए?
बोले आप बताइए, मेरे को तो नहीं समझ में आया इसमें, मैंने तो
पोअर मी में
शांति
चले
रख
गए
ली.
ना. मेरा क्या दोष था इसमें?
Poor me, right?
How was
Poor
it
me में
me?
चले
Yeah.
गए.
Everyone
I-
is saying poor me में चले गए.
हाँ, चला गया.
For
सही
me,
है.
yeah.
I agree. I
So you
agree.
went into poor me right now in front of everyone.
Yeah, but now it is now. That time I was not poor me. I just kept aloof.
So aloof is also a control drama.
But not reacting is it a control drama? Not reacting
Actually, you
because
are controlling. Now that person will keep poking you. That आप बोले नहीं मेरे को, आपको तो बोलना चाहिए था, आपको तो ये करना चाहिए था, ये करना चाहिए था, वो करना चाहिए था. So what is happening? That person is wanting to draw energy from you, and you are wanting to resist that energy. Because of that, you are going into aloof.
yes.
So you didn't you engaged the drama rather than transcend it.
Yeah, I could have done it कि भाई ठीक है, next time I'll take
Next
care.
time आप बोल दिए, next time से आपको बोल देंगे. I thought you knew.
Yeah.
That's all. Nothing more than that.
Okay.
So then you didn't engage the drama, right?
ठीक है.
This is really nice, this conversation. I think it is allowing us to really look into stuff.
Okay, thank you.
Prabhaji, बोलिए. You need your video also. Prabhaji, are you there? Okay, anyone else wants to say something? Yeah,
If I can say,
who's wanting to say now?
Bhaiya, Bhaiya, I just want to ask one thing about, you said in case you're not trying to draw out energy, then it's not a control drama. But
Correct,
we all
absolutely.
do it
If you are able to maintain your equanimity and your energy, and you're not getting caught up in the drama, then it's not a control drama.
Okay, so that means it doesn't have to be a control drama.
No, not at all.
Okay.
That is where you're operating from empowerment, right?
Okay.
If you get caught up and you're wanting to suck energy out of the other person, that time it becomes a control drama.
But we don't intentionally want to suck energy from.
But it has become a habit, right?
Oh, okay.
We've been acting like that for so long that it's become a habit. You go into a reaction rather than a response. That is the beauty of this game.
okay.
Yeah.
Can I say something? Can I say something, Nikit?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Can I speak?
1 second. Who was speaking? I don't know now.
Prabha.
Yeah, okay, you go ahead.
उसके पहले कुमुद बोल रही थी. Can I say something?
Okay, sorry.
बोलिए.
Okay. So, like parents, as parents, we all play control drama. But we all think कि हम अपने बच्चों के लिए right ही कर रहे हैं. It might not be right. Parents may
Absolutely.
not be right all the time.
Absolutely.
But we always been thinking कि we have this kind of we are right and we are supposed to do and we should do all that. So
So
I
that is the
really
thing.
wish, I really wish the young mothers, they read this. So, when they have growing up children,
Please ask
it's
your
most
Bahurani or your
important.
daughter to join the sessions. Or your son for that matter. This is a raw fact, whether we like it or not.
Yes.
Today,
Yeah.
if we can train our children to call these things out, well, when they are growing up, believe me when I tell you this, it's going to really serve them. It's seriously going to serve them. So it is our duty to at least put it in front of them that, see, this is something you should do. Now, whether they do it or not, that's their decision. Now, again, you shouldn't get caught up in a control drama that nahi, tumko to karna hi padega, tumko to karna hi padega, right? Now, what is that happening? Now, again, you're going into a control drama. So the idea is put it in a platter in front of them, and then whether they take it or not, that's their business.
Absolutely.
You get that?
So if I
Yeah,
may say
it's their
so,
path what they choose. Yeah.
Exactly.
so when you take children, I mean, all of us, like you said, parents. So as parents, we all, I think, go through this phase where we are more intimidators and interrogators.
Yeah.
And once they've grown adults or after a certain age, then ulta hone lag jata hai. They become the intimidators. So again, we
Absolutely
have
right.
to be very cool, and we have to understand that that time we don't become aloof or poor me.
Correct.
That is what we have to kind of
Absolutely.
Exactly.
It's a game.
Absolutely.
It's a game that is happening all the time.
Yes.
And the
All of
more
us.
awareness you bring to the game,
Yeah.
the better off you are. That's the basic
True.
bottom line.
True.
Yes, Prabhaji.
Yeah, so continuing from here, before I joined you, I had a lot of problems in my life.
Yeah.
My daughter had come back, she had a bad marriage, and there was a lot of conflicts going on in the house, not knowing how to settle it. And then I came across you. As we kept doing your courses and books and everything, to cut it short, there was a stage in my life that every sentence that I spoke was not acceptable to her, and there was a lot of arguments and blame games that because of you all this is happening, and I used to feel I'm trying to do my best for her and everything is failing.
Yeah.
As I kept doing more and more meditation, initially I used to fall off to sleep in all your meditations, and then I came around and things like that. But today, after reading the book, the stage where I don't react at all, but I'm not poor me.
Yeah.
I can try to analyze the broad spectrum, see what she's saying and where I fit into it and where I'm going wrong first in those 7
Okay, take it.
Yeah.
Then trying to react with her. In the
Beautiful.
process, I realized I'm still on this side of the axis and I need to come here before I retaliate.
Absolutely. So I am sure that your relationship has improved.
Much.
Exactly. So that's the game, right? Awareness. Where are we operating from? What is the state of consciousness we are operating from? Which side of the grid are we operating from? Okay.
Yeah.
Again, what is are we playing a control drama or not? We are not playing the control drama all the time, but are we playing the control drama? That becomes very important for us to observe. That's the name of the game.
And my fear was overpowering me as to what will happen to her when I'm not there. So my fear was prevailing on her unconsciously.
Exactly. So when you're operating out of fear, which side of the grid are you operating from?
Negative side.
Left.
From the left side. There's no
Left side.
negative and positive, okay?
Okay, left side.
From the left side of the grid, from a depleting state of consciousness. You can never manifest anything from that state. Impossible. So we have to consciously shift ourselves to the right side. Whenever you're playing a control drama, लिख के दे सकता है, you're on the left side of the grid. If you observe yourself. Okay.
Bhaiya, after this talk, I realized that when I used to be, would question them, I would go into the poor me, though I was doing it with the servant, because I'd say, I would think nobody else sees to it when I'm away. Why don't they take on the responsibility? But maybe today is COVID times, one is not out, but I've managed to handle that by always telling them beforehand or seeing and being I mean, today I look at it, doesn't matter. How does it matter? I can get it done a little later, half an hour
Correct.
later, it doesn't matter. So
Correct.
I don't lose my shirt on them.
Exactly.
I mean, I
Exactly.
didn't realize it, but after hearing everything, this is what comes back to me, how I've handled it. So I
Wonderful.
wanted to share.
Great.
that.
Imagine we've all grown up
Yeah.
without realizing what
Thanks to you.
mistakes we're making.
Thanks. And thanks to Nikhil.
Okay, Sheetal, you have something to say? We can't hear you.
Yes. Can you
Yeah.
hear me? Can
Yeah,
you
now
hear me
we
now?
can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, so it's quite interesting actually because the four kind of control dramas you mentioned, I didn't attend most of the book reading, so my apologies for that.
No,
That
you don't
I
need to
have been
apologize to me.
no, I mean
I'm
no.
absolutely okay with it.
No, but you explained it so well. So I think I'm getting a gist. I understood that I've been in through each one of that
Yeah.
throughout my life. So when I was young, and and let's take my professional career, I used to be really the poor me, and I used to think what kind of bosses I have, they're horrible. And I tried the aloof drama. Then a couple of years later, the situations changed. I became an intimidator.
Yeah.
Most of the time. And the best part of having great organizations like yours, or somebody else, when you keep company with such kind of people, they kind of make you the whole thought process starts changing. And then at one time I heard something and I realized I am exactly being something which I never wanted to be. I'm being an intimidator when actually I'm making another person be a poor me, which I don't want the person to go through. So I kind of balanced it and try to come out of it and see like a third person. So this is
So that's what
how it
I
is.
think the sixth insight is all about, right? It genetically comes down. So what you have seen when you are growing up, unknowingly, you start following the same pattern.
Right.
So that's why it becomes again very important that you become aware of what the patterns are. What were the patterns that your parents were following? What were your patterns the grandparents were following? Because that's in your DNA, right?
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, it's going to manifest.
Right. Can I add something more
Yeah.
also? It's very interesting because we were attending a psychiatry session, and the psychiatrist over said that people who come from alcoholic homes, okay, alcohol abuse, their children invariably tend to be alcoholics. And I had this counter question to him. I said, how come? Because the boy who's seen his father being an alcoholic, beating his mother and creating havoc, how can he be an alcoholic? But research has proved over and over again. I think that's the point you're trying to highlight, that
Exactly.
their children also become alcoholic in spite of knowing, unless they make a genuine effort to kind of correct themselves or something like that.
They unless they transcend the drama. You have to transcend the drama. That's the basic game of it.
Transcend, yeah.
Okay. Great.
Thank
you. Yes, Indra Bhabi.
I want to share something very personal. I've been married for 38 years, and my husband has always had a habit of smoking.
Okay.
Now, because of his health issues, which he's had lots, I turned out to be an interrogator, intimidator, whatever, but it was becoming more out of concern.
Yeah.
Know what will happen. But he used to take it that you are always trying to interrogate me, and he used to go into a poor me attitude that she's always fighting with me.
Yeah.
And then suddenly one day, a dentistry situation came where we had to visit a orthodontist, and he explained something to both of us. And I don't know whether he understood, but it struck me what had to be true. The total awareness came that from today I'm going to zip up. So from that day, I stopped telling him, don't smoke.
Yeah.
The situation today is that he's quit smoking. And now when he feels like a smoke, if he sees me sitting, he'll come and tell me, hey, I'm going for a smoke.
Yeah.
His fear is gone.
Correct.
There's no defense left. And for me, that guilt is that all the time I'm interrogating him, I'm intimidated, I'm free of the guilt also.
Yeah.
So it is worked out so beautifully only by realizing.
So now, see, I'll tell you, when you were after him, were you really concerned about him or were you concerned about you?
Myself.
Exactly. So what were you attempting to do? You wanted to draw energy from him to stop him smoking so that you would be protected. So that was the drama. Are you all getting what I'm saying here? So we feel that we are doing it for the benefit of the other person, but actually we are doing it for our benefit. So when we are doing it for our benefit, we are operating out of selfishness. Right now in the Gita talks also we are hearing that you have to be selfless. You do something, you do the action, but not out of selfishness. So where are you operating from? Again the same thing comes in. Where are you operating from? Which side of the grid are you operating from? So when you were telling Bhaiya not to smoke, which side of the grid were you in? If you
Left
were
side.
doing it for his benefit, you would be on the right side.
Left.
But if you are doing it for your own benefit out of fear, then you are on the left side. So it's a control drama. Are you getting the connection between the whole gambit of what we are doing?
So, Bhaiya, if you are being an interrogator and you are doing it for the good of the other person, you are interrogating him for the good. That means you are on the right side of the grid.
Then you would be on the right side. But then you have to be truthful to
किससे बात
yourself.
कर रहे हो?
That's what I'm saying. That means you are. I'm talking about when you're being truthful to yourself. I'm not trying to put it as a
Yeah.
thing.
So if you're being truthful to yourself, to
Self,
observe
and
which side of the grid you are in.
Like for a child, a mother will be always on the right side of the grid.
No. I don't agree.
No, I think so. No,
I
but
don't
I
agree.
don't agree with
Many times the mothers they want to show that the child is doing something very good, right? My child is the best.
No. If I'm saying if you're trying,
Understand what I'm saying. So it's not all the time that the parents are also doing it for the good of the child.
Okay.
We need to be aware of it. I'm seriously telling you.
Okay.
Today, 9 out of 10 parents, believe me when I tell you this, we are giving our children everything on a platter. Understand what I'm saying? And because we do that, we create in our children an attitude that there is no delay gratification possible. There is no question of any delay of gratification. And that creates a huge problem in our children. So we think that we are giving what we did not get while we were growing up. We are providing that for our children. Okay. We think we are doing good. So we are attempting to get, hota hai na, you offer a sweet to a child. Why do you offer a sweet to a child? Tell me.
You just want them to be just to get this thing.
You want them to pay attention to you.
Yeah.
So isn't it a control drama?
Yeah. Okay. When you know that it's not good for them.
It's a control drama.
Yeah.
So don't tell me that parents always do it for the good of the children, okay?
No, yeah.
No,
as
we've
parents,
done it, but
we need to be aware of what we are doing.
Today's parents don't do it for that. I think they
No, always.
What today is?
Always.
No.
I think she's now going into a control drama. She's trying to protect herself.
No, I'm not. Now we.
Chaliye. Okay. Annalisa, you have something to say.
Yeah, I want to speak from the child's perspective.
Yeah.
Because I can hear lots of parents saying things.
Yeah.
Being on the other side, I think sometimes what happens is I feel overly controlled, where I am now 34, but I'm still being controlled and being constantly told what to do and how to do certain things. But it becomes really difficult because some of the things that I'm doing is not even understood. Like what I need to do at work is not understood in detail by my parents, but at the same time they want to all the time tell me what to do and how to do. Then that is one. But also when if I have to go out, I have to constantly ask for permission. I have to tell them where I'm going, with whom I'm going, who will drop me home, what time I will come home. And the list is endless because I will be questioned constantly before and after I, go and come back. And it becomes very difficult sometimes because I cannot explain who is, always going to be there, because the same people will not always show up. Sometimes people will be different, and then I'll have to answer why that person did not come. So it becomes difficult for me to answer who is there, what they are doing, why they are doing things the way they are doing. So all these questions become very difficult, and I'm not saying I want to play the poor me, but what I've realized is lesser information, better it is. So I try and find means to provide as little information as possible.
Yeah.
But after all of that, still, it's a conflict that goes back and forth. Can I'll just be back 1 minute.
Conflict.
Just 1 minute. I'll be back.
Niket, should that be a conflict there?
No, so see, now again she's left. But if you realize what is happening, both of them are playing the control drama. So now she is going into an aloof drama. You get that? But now, if she understands and she accepts that her parents are talking to her out of concern, and she actually sits down with them and tells them that I understand that you're out of concern, but I'm a grown person. I'm sure she must have had that conversation. But the parents are not realizing the control drama. Now, she needs to give them information upfront. The moment she satisfies the information criteria, the matter will be sorted out, according to me.
True.
Yeah, correct. I was listening to you. I
Yeah.
do provide information, but then I feel sometimes how much ever information you provide is not enough. They still
But
want to
Annalisa,
know
see,
more.
you have to
Yeah.
also understand from where they are coming from.
Yeah, I understand that, and
Yeah.
I agree with why they are asking and the concern. But then sometimes it's purely out of why do you need to go? You don't need to go. So, in short, I will not be socializing, I will not be working because it's why do you have to do this? Why do you?
I suggest you get your parents to join the awareness session.
I tried. I really tried. I really tried in between. I think one or two sessions my mom did attend, but then beyond that, it was
She's
like,
fluent
no,
with
no,
English.
I'll not attend. Sorry.
She's fluent with English.
Yes, yes, very, both of
So
them.
make them join the excursion at least.
Okay, I'll try that
Yeah.
next.
I think that will be a good idea.
Yeah, yeah. Also, I wanted to mention in between, there was a time when my cousin and me had a little conflict, and she started sending me a lot of messages where she was very angry. And I understood that she was angry, but I did not understand. Like, her anger did not quite uh, match the level of whatever happened, because it wasn't as serious as she was taking it. So anyway, I just thought I'll send her a reball. So I sent her
Yeah.
a green reball. I think that's for calming.
Yeah.
I sent her that, and it's like after that she didn't even bother to ask me what was wrong or confront the situation. All she did was, okay, so then now are you okay? Fine, let's continue talking. And she continued talking.
Beautiful. Very nice.
Yeah, it was very simple after that.
Beautiful. So see, again over here, what do we have?
Yeah.
She was getting upset. She was wanting to get her attention. Annalisa was acting aloof. She was acting the interrogator or the intimidator. Annalisa, instead of engaging the flow, sent her a reball which was sending her energy. It satisfied her energy craving, calmed her down, and the engagement again started at a more beautiful note. Okay. So this is very important, to send energy to the other person. Most of the time we start operating out of fear, and we start attacking the other person. That person attacks, we attack. That person attacks, we attack, and it snowballs into a huge thing. One small thing will snowball into a huge thing. The idea is to be aware of it, right? And to see where are you going. I'm not saying I'm doodh ka dhula hua, okay? Even I lose it many times, but I'm losing it less and less. Let's put it that way.
Can I ask something?
Yeah, of course.
In relation to this? See, Annalisa's parents have been doing the same pattern.
I have to leave, huh?
So
Yeah.
how does she? They are used to it now. They see her face and they probably just start firing questions at her.
Yeah.
So how does she then, even if she says, okay, I'm not going to engage and all, it becomes very difficult for her as one single pen, both of them teaming up and attacking her. So how does she?
So you see, the next book I think we are going to read is Zero Limits, number 1. Okay. In Zero Limits, the premise is that you are responsible for everything that is happening to you.
Right.
Now, if there is no resonance of a certain thing in your field, it will not come into your awareness.
Right.
Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, yes,
Now, the
yes.
question
I
that
get
we
it.
ask in the excursion, I mean, of course, in the physical excursion, is that if you walk into a space, what do you notice? So what are you going to notice? The thing that you are interested in. I am
Yes.
interested in books. So if I walk into a space, the first thing I'm going to notice is the books. If someone is interested in furniture, they'll notice the furniture. If someone is interested in carpets, they'll notice the carpet. Why does that happen? Because there's a resonance in your field. So if you remove the resonance of that in your field, automatically the rest of the field will get cleared up.
Correct. I
This is
understand
the
what you're
same
saying.
thing that we do in biofield tuning also. That we are hitting that space where a certain incident or a certain event has taken place, which is coloring your entire life. And when we integrate it, reintegrate it, automatically that thing stops happening. It doesn't resonate with you anymore. Are you getting what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Shiva Bhabi said that previously when people used to tell her, she used to go into a poor meet, she used to get irritated, and she not being able to empower herself, right? Now for whatever steps that have been taken or whatever steps that she has taken, now it's no longer intimidating. Previously she used to switch off and stop listening. Now she started listening. Are you getting that shift?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if it is not resonating in my field, I will not be aware of it also. So if the thing that it's happening in Annalisa's life, so partially she is also responsible. Not partially, she is responsible.
Yes, yes.
You get that? So
Yeah. We don't want to take
we don't
responsibility,
want to
but
take
we are
responsibility
responsible.
for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay.
she needs to take responsibility. Just now, what is happening? She is playing the blame game. Annalisa, with due respect, okay?
No, no, it's okay. I
So
understand
she
what
is playing the blame game that my parents are doing this to me.
you're saying.
Right? Now, is she taking responsibility or no? Annalisa, are you taking responsibility?
Right now I am.
Now you're realizing it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yes.
if you take care of their concerns that I am protected, this is the thing that is happening, this is
Oh,
the
this
space
I
that I'm
have had
going.
this
You
talk with them
understand?
multiple times that, every time that I do go out, there will be someone who does drop me home. I am with my friends. I am in a safe environment. You know who they are. But the question still continues. But one thing what I noticed was the last time that I did go out, my mom got very worried and she kept calling me.
Yeah.
So when I did call her back, and it was not like it was late or anything wrong, but I had already informed her of everything that was happening, and I told her what time I was coming home, but yet she called me. So in this situation, what I realized was when I answered her and I called her back, I was in a different frame of mind.
Yeah.
I was very happy at that time
Correct.
and I was laughing. And when I answered her call, I was talking to her like that. So,
Yeah.
it transferred onto this call from
Exactly.
another conversation to this call.
Yeah.
When that happened, I noticed that her also mood changed
Exactly.
and everything automatically started to,
Get harmonized.
align with that kind of energy.
So that's the idea, Annalisa,
Yeah,
that what is the state of consciousness that you are operating?
correct, correct.
When
Yeah.
they talk to you, you say, why are they asking me? You're on the left side of the grid.
Yeah, and that's what normally
So,
used to happen. I would get very irritated already when
yeah.
the questions would start itself. I would be annoyed.
Exactly.
Yes,
So again, that's the resonance which was there in your field, right? So
correct,
that is
correct.
what was manifesting. You shifted the resonance, you tuned
Yes,
it, and
yes,
automatically her attitude will also change.
correct,
So
correct.
you send her a reball before going into the conversation. Put a reball on yourself. Put yourself into F10.
So
You can
recently I
you can
started with
analyze
this
which
where
state, which side of
I
the
tell her the questions before she can say them,
yeah
and then I say the answers, and I say, okay, so now we are covered. Let me
yeah.
get ready now.
That's it. So take care of the query, satisfy
Yeah,
them. That's all. Nothing
yeah,
more than that.
yeah.
Great. So anyone, anything else? I think everyone has shared. Whose ever hand is up.
Yeah. We've understood it much better this way, Bhaiya. It's
एक
Thank you.
really
चीज
It was
helped.
a
पूछूं
great conversation.
निकेत जी,
हाँ जी.
हम दो चीजें करते हैं, एक व्यवहार होता है
हम्म.
और एक दुनियादारी होती है.
हाँ.
तो कंट्रोल ड्रामा इसमें से किसको कहेंगे? और दुनियादारी में तो होता ही है कंट्रोल ड्रामा,
अरे
हम
बाबा
एक्सेप्ट
आप
करें या नहीं करें, बट इट इज ऑलवेज देयर.
सुनिए, आप कहीं भी कंट्रोल ड्रामा कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, वो प्रॉब्लम.
और
अगर आप सपोज यू आर ट्रूथफुल, Okay, let us say that you are told to be yourself on the stage.
Okay.
And you are told that be a certain character on the stage. Which is easier?
नहीं पर वो है
Be
ना
yourself.
सत्यम वद प्रियम वद.
अरे one second. Answer the question.
बहुत डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं आप.
अरे अजीब हाल है. It is naturally easier to be yourself.
Yourself.
You just
Yes.
be yourself. There is no acting involved.
पर दुनिया में ऐसा चलता है क्या?
एकदम चलता है. अगर आप ट्रूथफुल हो जाएं, जब आप झूठ बोलते हैं या आप फसाड क्रिएट करते हैं, उसमें एनर्जी लगता है. जब आप फसाड को ड्रॉप कर देते हैं एंड यू आर योरसेल्फ, देन यू डोंट नीड एनी एनर्जी. यू डोंट नीड टू कवर योर ट्रैक्स, क्योंकि
अरे
यू आर
दुनिया
व्हाट
ऐसी
यू आर.
भाग जाएगी.
Niket,
Yeah.
one
पास
sec.
में
I
आएगा
have to
नहीं.
leave. Thanks so
Yeah, okay.
much.
Bye.
Okay,
नहीं
bye.
निकेत जी, दुनिया में सब लोग थोड़ी जानते हैं हम कंट्रोल ड्रामा कर रहे हैं. मतलब उनके पार्ट पे वो.
अरे पर
तो
आप तो
कैसे
अपना तो
ऐसे
जानते
लोगों को,
हैं.
दुनिया को कैसे हैंडल करेंगे?
अरे आप अपना तो जानते हैं.
हाँ.
आप अपने आप को कंट्रोल करिए ना, उसको तो छोड़िए. पहले अपने आप को तो इख्तियार में रखिए.
Okay.
Why are you, if you are wanting to control that other person's behavior, then it is a control drama.
पर कई बार होता है ना, गधे को गधा नहीं बोल सकते आप.
अजीब हाल है. तो अपने आप को गधा बोल लीजिए.
वही होगा या तो पुअर मी या aloof.
Whatever, not poor me or aloof. Why do you have to go poor me or? You don't engage the drama, bhai.
बस ये ठीक है.
Don't engage the drama. What is the problem?
साइड से निकल जाए, सबसे अच्छा वही है.
Exactly. Maintain your equanimity. That's the most important thing.
Okay. मतलब वही कहना है ये कि दूसरा हमें दुखी नहीं कर सकता है, हम खुद दुखी करते हैं.
आप अपना हैप्पीनेस को दूसरे के हाथ में क्यों देंगे?
सही है.
जब भी आप कंट्रोल ड्रामा प्ले कर रहे हैं, यू पुट योर हैप्पीनेस इन द अदर गाइज हैंड.
Yeah.
Are you getting what I'm saying?
Agreed.
I am just giving an example. Okay. Now today we don't know who's coming and who's going in this session. अब हम कंट्रोल ड्रामा कर लें, अरे वो तो आया फिर रहा नहीं, चला गया, तो where am I? अभी कोई आया तो अच्छा, नहीं आया तो अच्छा. तो is my happiness in my hand or in your hand?
नहीं, ठीक है, सही है.
अब राजू मामा आए तो अच्छा, नहीं आए तो अच्छा. अब हम ये
बुरा
सोचने
लगना
लग गए.
चाहिए आपको.
अब हम
मैं नहीं आता हूं तो आपको बुरा लगना चाहिए यार. मामा
सवाल ही नहीं है. Understand what I'm saying?
मतलब आए तो वेलकम, नहीं आए तो भीड़ कम.
नहीं, भीड़ कम नहीं है. That I don't accept. I will welcome only. But नहीं आए तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. भीड़ कम बिल्कुल ही नहीं है. अपना 500 का कैपेसिटी है तो मोरा वेलकम.
भीड़ कम खाली पार्टियों में होता है, नॉट इन अवेयरनेस.
ओके, एनीवन एल्स?
बहुत अच्छा रहा.
वो आप कुछ शेयर नहीं करे.
इट वाज अ वंडरफुल बुक एंड एंजॉयड दैट.
वो आप कुछ शेयर नहीं किए.
Bhuva has nothing to share.
Okay, so anyone else?
I have
anything?
to still learn. I'm still learning.
Otherwise we will wrap up.
So Niket, I just have something to share. So a cousin of mine was going through little difficult times, and I sat down with her and I spoke to her for about almost 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And she says, "My God, Didi." I said, "What?" She says, "My God, where have you got all this from?" I said, "Well, the only thing different which has been happening more in my life was Niket. It was happening earlier, but now it's more and more, and maybe we are having more time to imbibe everything." She said, "Didi, you should take up counseling as your profession. I said, "Well, anyway, I'm not taking it up, but I'll give this compliment to Niket."
Good.
Because
so
I was
take up
actually trying to use everything. Like, the frequency which you were talking of, that whichever frequency you like, I gave her the radio frequency which you always used to give us, that if you tune into 94, so 94 hi bajega.
Correct.
So I'm trying to tell her to get out of that frequency and all that stuff, and we spoke about the biofield tuning and everything, and so we are really doing lot of good stuff here.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so we'll see you all for meditation.
एकदम बोल दी कविता.
है ना बुआ?
Thank you.
Okay, so
Thank you.
we'll see you all for meditation. Ram Ram.
Thank you.
Hi, Ram Ram.
आज का सेशन से भी बहुत सीखने को मिला है.
चलिए, राम राम.
Thank you.
राम राम. Ram.
Bye.